Okay, so now we have compiled the keylogger. We have it, it's right there. Now would be a good time to have a regular USB lying somewhere around. And we're gonna, for the time being, we're gonna go ahead and minimize the virtual machine because we will need to create a server from where the keylogger will be downloaded once the USB is plugged into a machine. So here's how it works. You basically plug a USB in and there's a script that runs, and that script checks whether the connection is enabled or not. If the machine is not actually connected to the net, it will sleep and the script will run at boot time as well. But if the machine is connected to the internet, it will download the keylogger immediately. Otherwise, it will just wait until the until the connection is established to the net, and then it will download the keylogger, set it to run at boot time, and it will destroy itself. Okay, so since we have compiled the keylogger, we need to set up a server from where we are going to download the actual keylogger. I have logged into the DigitalOcean where I usually create my machines in the cloud, my servers. But we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and minimize that for now. First thing that we need to do is actually generate the ARSA keys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clear the screen here, and I'm not gonna do this as root, no need, or at least I don't think that there is a need to do this as root. So I'm gonna go cd.ssh. Well, let me give you an absolute path. So home chronic.ssh ls, and there is the id arsa and id arsa.pub. So I'm gonna go ahead and move id arsa to home chronic documents, and I'm going to move the id arsa.pub there as well, so I don't have anything listed here. Now, what I'm going to do is type in, those are my old keys, so just type in SSH. You're obviously not going to be moving these things if you don't have any other keys, but in case you do, that's what you need to do. So SSH, key gen, I'm gonna do -d, and I need arsa. So press enter the file in which to save the key. The default destination is fine. Passphrase, no need. And it's gonna generate it. Okay, so that's all you need to do. And now I have a new id arsa, and I have a new id underscore arsa.pub as well. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the screen and do ll, and I need to have the we're gonna need to have these keys. So if I do cat id arsa.pub, there we go. So it's right there. We will need to import these keys at the time when we actually create the VM. But you won't be importing id arsa.pub. You will be importing id underscore arsa, which is your private key. Do not share, show, or distribute your private key with anyone. The private key that I'm showing you here and now will be destroyed upon prior to actually publishing these videos. Okay, so no big deal. And let's go ahead and see what's in here. So let's go ahead and create a new droplet. I'm gonna go ahead and select CentOS. Pick the cheapest one. Or if you have hosting elsewhere, you can do this elsewhere. You don't need to do this on DigitalOcean. I do it here because of convenience. But you can do it anywhere, really. There is the course requirement is not for you to actually create a hosting with DigitalOcean. You can create it anywhere you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter, really. As long as the server is functional for your purpose, it's fine. So I'm just gonna choose the closest one to me, so that would be Frankfurt. And I'm gonna click on new SSH key. And now I will open up the console again and ups and copy this ARSA key. Make sure that you copy only the part from where it says begin and end. So Control Shift C, and then Control V here. So this will be the ARSA key imported here. Name demo. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click Add SSH key. Key invalid. We support. Why is the key invalid? Okay. No, let's go ahead and add it one more time. Oh, why? Please make sure that your key is valid. Let me just go ahead and check this up again to make sure that I've copied the right portion of it. Oh, wait, what's the error again? Let's go ahead and check this out. Oh my god. Oh, this was bad. This is a huge mistake on my part. I knew I was gonna mess something up. Anyway, of course you're not gonna be putting your private key. I don't know what on earth was I thinking. You're gonna put the public key in, for crying out loud. So ID arsa dot pub. I don't know. I've done this 100 times. I always generate keys, and I don't know. I guess mistakes can happen to anyone. So just cat out the arsa.pub, and let's go ahead and recopy this, because the private key is not supposed to leave your computer in the first place. And let's go ahead and paste this one, and then click on Add SSH. So I'm gonna leave this actually in the tutorial and in the course, just so that you can learn from my mistakes. This was a pretty stupid mistake. Okay, so just select it, and that's it. And the demo key, the key that you create, will stay here permanently until you actually delete it. So just go ahead and select that key. This is very important to make because you do not want to be logging into your server the first time around with a password. The passwords can be rather long that they give, and it's kind of difficult to type in, and plus this is way more secure. So just one droplet, and we're gonna name this one demo. It's arbitrary how you wish to name your key and your droplet, it doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and click on create, and it's being created. It should be fairly fast. The Keylogger is actually the server that I was using for testing purposes of prior to actually beginning this tutorial, because I really needed to make sure that all of this actually works. And I did encounter a ton of errors, but I have fixed all of them. Okay, so this is the this is the IP address that I got. So just go ahead and copy that. There's a button here, literally, when you go over it. Just click on copy, minimize this, clear the screen here, type in SSH space root at, and then Control Shift V, press enter, type in yes here, and you will log into the server. This is the most secure login procedure that you can have. I mean, obviously there are a lot of policies that you can create, but this is far more secure than actually just logging in with a password. It is far more secure to log in with a key. Okay, so let's just do some quick configuration of our server. First things first, do pass wd and set the password for root. You can set it to whatever you want. I'm not going to set it to anything complex now. It says that the password is bad, but it's fine, I guess, because I am going to disable I'm going to disable password login. Okay, so VIM is not installed by default. Doesn't matter. I don't feel like installing it now. I'm just gonna use VI. So just type in vi/etsy/sshd underscore config. And where it says port here, press I, and you basically just press escape, then you press I, you enter insert mode, and then you can insert things. So I'm just going to change the port to 60,001. Then I'm going to press escape, and then I'm going to press a colon, and then I'm going to press a W and press enter to remember the changes. Okay, so now I need to go down, 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 and down. I need to disable password logins. I don't permit password authentication. Yep, there we go. Password authentication, yes. So this is just I'm not sure what the default one is, but it doesn't matter. I like to be certain of things. I press no. So in order to insert, you just press escape and then I, and then you're in the insert mode. So password authentication, change this to no. So nope. So you cannot log in with a password. And you can like comment this up. Sorry. You can comment this line out. So apparently by default password authentication is allowed. So just comment out this line and reinstate this line and then just say no here, or just change this yes to no, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can do the same thing that I did. Then press escape, shift, then colon, then WQ to write and to quit, and press enter, and then type in systemctl restart SSHD. Okay, so I have restarted. I'm going to exit now. And I'm going to attempt to log in again, and it says connection refused. Okay, so -B 60,001. So that is the port which I have opened. And there you go. I have indeed logged in without any sort of problems of whatsoever. Keep in mind that the firewall is still not running. So the next thing that I need to do is install a web server. So let's go ahead and type in yum install httpd. Should be fairly fast. Yes. Okay, so the web server is installed. Let's see the status. Systemctl status httpd. Okay, it's not running. Let's go ahead and start it. And now we can actually just take this IP address, copy it, and paste it here into the browser. And there you go. It says testing 1, 2, 3, blah, blah. The web server is indeed functional and running. It is fully operational. No problems there. Now the next thing that we need to do is bring our firewall up and configure it. So if I type in systemctl status firewall D, okay, it's off. So we just need to enable it. Just because your firewall is off, that doesn't mean that your computer is completely exposed. In fact, firewalls are predominantly used to actually allow certain forms of traffic, because by default, no traffic is allowed. Anyway, let's go ahead and type in, depending on how the system is configured, usually no traffic is allowed, but as I said, depending on how the system is configured. So if I type in firewall-cmd --add-port equals 60,001/TCP. This is not going to work, as it says that the firewall is not running. So systemctl start firewall D, and then repeat the command, but type in -- and permanent. Okay, so success, and I just need one more port, which is port 80. And then I need to type in firewall-cmd-reload. Let's go ahead and exit and see if we can actually log back in. Yes, we can log back in, no problems. Can we refresh the site? Yes, we can refresh the site, so everything is working, it's fine and dandy. So we have successfully configured our server to actually place the keylogger on, from which our script can actually download it from and then install it. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to actually upload the keylogger here, how to pull it from the virtual machine, put it on your host machine, and then from there push it onto the cloud server.